be completely honest here, originally I had I'm with stupid at this spot, but with a little bit of deliberating from Waddle Dee, I came to the conclusion that I didn't want to be murdered by pre-movie fans, so instead I went with the episode Spongehenge. After all, it was boring, sacrificed a good ending for a reference that its target audience won't even get, and its actual ending was but quite frankly, what you're seeing right now is the best footage I could find, because I'm pretty sure that Viacom thinks that fair use is an ancient myth. So I tried to find a way around it and settled onto the solution that I'm with Stupid is a horrible episode. Fight me. This is without a doubt the worst pre-movie episode in the entire show, and with good reason. In the beginning of the episode, we see Patrick frantically preparing for his parents to come over, and the episode actually does have a good start. But it's immediately crushed when the episode takes a turn for the Shyamalan and Patrick's parents come over.
You recognized us this time. That's for Patrick. We love you.
Forget it. These aren't his real parents. Yep, these are two complete strangers that Patrick has never seen, heard of, or even met before. Lovely. And that's just one of the things that makes this episode incredibly uncomfortable. The other thing is the main plot. You see, Patrick thinks that his parents think that he's really stupid. Like, season 7 stupid. But SpongeBob has the idea to make himself look really stupid and make Patrick look smarter by comparison. But his plan backfires when Patrick's parents begin to make fun of SpongeBob for his lack of intelligence and to actually do it in an incredibly harsh manner, and Patrick immediately follows suit. I mean, the episode kind of sides with SpongeBob, but it kind of doesn't. It shows that what Patrick's doing is wrong, but it has no problem showing more of it. And even when SpongeBob shows that he's smart, they still think that's an act and laugh at him until he has a mental breakdown. And then we find out the horrible twist in that Patrick's parents were outside the entire time. Wow, this episode had me on the edge of my seat the entire time. Patrick was preparing for his parents to come. In the end, the conclusion was them coming over. Hooray! Starting to see why I hate this episode yet? Bad writing, bad twist, bad story. And before I end this entry off, let me just say... No, I do not hate pre-movie SpongeBob. I actually think it's better than post-movie SpongeBob in many respects. Every show is bound to make its own mistakes, and this is just season 2's biggest mistake. If it makes anyone feel any better, this and the paper are the only two pre-movie episodes I actively do not like. All the other episodes in the show are good at worst and awesome at best. Anyway, I just want to get this disclaimer out of the way before someone tries to murder me while in our sleep. Remember back when I was talking about boating buddies and mentioned that the episode can get kind of creepy at points? Well, I not only think that Squids Visit is creepier, but also the second most disturbing episode in the entire show. The episode starts innocently enough, by that I mean boring, with SpongeBob asking Squidward if he'd like to come over. Of course, Squidward says no, and they reenact A Day Without Tears for a moment. After this, SpongeBob starts to talk to Patrick about the issue, and Patrick tells him a different approach.
Borrow something, then he'll have to come over to get it back.
Because that sounds nice. Illegal. And when Squidward asks for his vacuum back, remember that one really weird part from Boating Buddies? Because the writers did. Anyway, when Squidward comes over to SpongeBob's house, he sees that everything in his house was perfectly replicated into SpongeBob's home. And I don't mean like he got the gist of everything. No, he's gotten details so minute, like the exact contents of his medicine cabinet and chips in the paint. This is made even more disturbing by the fact that I really don't think that SpongeBob's been invited over Squidward's house at all. I mean, of course there's exceptions like nautical neighbors and not normal, but I can't think of that many other instances. So basically what I'm getting at with this is SpongeBob has broken into Squidward's house so many times that he's been able to memorize things like the contents of his cabinets, every single painting he's ever done, and in small chips in the paint. This episode doesn't even have any jokes or anything. All it does is basically play horror music in the background to emphasize how messed up everything is. Anyway, Squidward is able to get the vacuum that he came in for, but then he comes out to see that his house was burnt down. And then we get... This is literally the ending of the episode. I mean, yeah, there's a little scene after this, but nobody really cares about that. So yeah, I think I have enough of a reason to call this the second most disturbing episode. With disturbing implications and even more disturbing imagery, Squids Visit is one of the creepiest episodes I've ever seen in any cartoon. Two SquarePants or not two SquarePants? That is a really stupid question. Who came up with that? Special episodes has always been something that SpongeBob has struggled with. I mean, sure, sometimes we get Christmas Who, but sometimes we also get Legends of Bikini Bottom. But at least Main Drain from Legends of Bikini Bottom had an actual plot. I don't know what this episode has. I mean, seriously, the Wikipedia plot summary is, in SpongeBob's square pants shrink in the washer, he must find new pants. So basically, I'm assuming that the writers went, just change his pants to make a plot out of it. I'm sure it's a great idea. And really, that plot summary isn't lying. That's all that happens in this episode. He accidentally shrinks his pants, gets round pants, and everybody thinks that he's SpongeBob Round Pants. But they don't really play with the idea of SpongeBob being another person at all. I mean, literally, the thing that SpongeBob does after assuming the role of SpongeBob Round Pants is go back to the Krusty Krab to get a job. So quite literally, nothing has changed. They're the exact same character with a different pair of pants on. Fitting! And with all of these entries, I've tried to look at the episodes as the episodes, not any of the advertising or merchandising. But with this and an entry coming up later, I couldn't. There was just too much of it. This episode was hyped. There were DVDs, books, and commercials that would play twice during a break. And the episodes boasted that no episode was like it. Nothing will be the same after it.
Available now on DVD.
And at the end of all the hype, what did we get? 11 minutes of an uninspired story so bad that I'm pretty sure an alternate name for the episode is Ratings Trap. I will fully admit that the episode can get kind of funny at parts, but even then, a few good jokes can only get you so far. But this episode doesn't even compare to what we're about to see in the top 5. Good Neighbors. The episode starts with Squidward trying to have a good Sunday when SpongeBob and Patrick tried to basically force Squidward into their Good Neighbor lodge. Obviously, Squidward being Squidward, he doesn't want to join the lodge, and obviously the writers being the writers, they torture him during the entire episode for this. SpongeBob and Patrick do things like steal Squidward's appointments, generally annoy him, and literally send him to the hospital. And can I just say that this episode is really a testament to how flanderized SpongeBob and Patrick have become in these episodes. They never realize how much they're tormenting Squidward no matter what happens to them. They only finally find out that they made a mistake when Squidward screams his lungs out at them. And I would say that the freak out is completely uncomfortable if I wasn't honestly completely on Squidward's side. So after he yells at the two, we're like 6 minutes into the episode? 4 minutes is definitely enough time to start a new plot. I'm completely serious as to what they do here. So Squidward gets a new security system, and right after he sets it up, SpongeBob and Patrick break into his house immediately after. The security system then turns on Squidward and turns into a mech and then goes on a rampage through Bikini Bottom for no reason. I have no words. Just nothing. Later, after everything Squidward has gone through during this entire episode, he is responsible for his house going on a rampage and is given a summon to clean Bikini Bottom for every Sunday from then on. This is without a doubt one of the worst Squidward torture episodes in the entire series. And yet, it's only the second worst.
But you'll have to wait till part 4 to find out what the first one is.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean part 4? Oh yeah.